My research paper and this presentation is on data privacy and security in the modern age. We're going to look at what it is costing individuals and companies to have data that is not secure. We're going to look at one major hack that cost the Sony Picture Company a great deal of money. We're going to consider some possible ways to deal with data security, and then definitely 11 things that companies can do to deal with data security. First of all, security matters because the attacks are on the rise. And not only that, but customers are saying, you've got to protect my data. Governments are requiring it. There's a whole new regime in Europe over data protection. Data breaches are generating lawsuits, and companies are having to pay large sums for it. And then we see that ransomwares are on the rise. We can see that many companies are being hit by them, and it costs a lot of money to recover. Companies run reputational risk if they don't handle their customer data properly. People are asking, how are companies dealing with my data? In fact, 81% of the people say that they are concerned about how companies are dealing with their data. Jeff Bezos talks about the importance of a good reputation for a company. A brand for a company is a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well, and that includes taking care of people's data. Sony Pictures was hacked after it produced a film about the North Korean leader. The total cost to Sony was over $35 million, but more than that, 47,000 employees lost personal information because of that hack. And their customers, 77 million of them on the PlayStation Network, were impacted because their data was stolen. You see, there's a huge human element to data privacy. It's not just how it impacts companies, but how does it impact individuals? Individuals who lose their data can lose their job, their reputation, even their health care, especially if their genomic information has been compromised. We see too that our phones are tracking us, and a lot of people are really upset about that. When we're talking about some of the most contentious political issues like abortion rights and immigration, those are things where data can end up causing a person to be the subject of government intervention in their lives. In many respects, health data privacy is more fractured and prone to misuse, to profiteer, and to harm rather than to help the most vulnerable. That comes from a paper called The Erosion of Health Data Privacy. So what can we do? Let's talk about solutions. Maybe AI is the solution. Well, there's a good side, there's a bad side to AI. Well, AI can help with encryptions, do better biometric authentication, mask or encrypt sensitive information, do all that. On the downside, the bane is that it can also power faster facial recognition, which some of us want to avoid. They can bring surveillance state power to smaller businesses and organizations, make it easier and cheaper for companies to track you, and they can be discriminatory, not on purpose, but accidentally. We could think about perhaps blockchain technology as one of the ways. The blockchain can be used so that when data is given to someone else, you can track how it's used and what the final result is. And then let's look at what we can do to protect sensitive and private data. Number one, back up your data regularly. Number two, use strong passwords. Number three, be aware of your surroundings, especially if you have a portable device. Think about who might be looking over your shoulder. Number four, be aware of suspicious emails. That's how a lot of times people can get into computers and databases. Install antivirus and malware protection. Number six, protect your device when it's unattended. Make sure that your Wi-Fi connection is secure. Number eight, limit access to only those who need it. Number 9, take care when sharing your screen. Number 10, don't keep data any longer than you need to. And number 11, dispose of old IT equipment and records securely and make sure that the data is wiped off. The last two slides give us references for everything you've heard.